Hello, Poke fans, welcome to Mr. Who Reviews. And today we're in Pokemon Horizons Hyper Training. Everyone's relative feelings, respective feelings. And yeah, last time Rico and Rainbow Factor were back at Orange Academy, and yeah, they try to get the Gita and the principal's help, but they can't really do anything since the information they got was from Revolt attackers, and their names is still in mud. But they are able to ban their strong spears from the academy, and that just made Brash, this Dot, look like get angry and battles Rico, and eventually she figured out that strong spears are bad, and yeah, and this is pick up where left off with Anne and Marnie joining as one of the or 2D8 Terror type Pokemon that Trafgos needs to destroy the core Lacrium. And yeah, never came to their heads or Nico and that's head that their Pokemon could be part of it too, but you know. And yeah, Anne's surprisingly sewed up and she's as bubbly and wild as ever. And I don't know, sewed up too. And when saying they need a place to train, Brom to the Pokemon League and Gita, I think, the champion, said they can do it and think of it as a way of them supporting the rival attackers without like saying to the public that they are. So yeah, and you have a Hassel and Larry about well. I wonder where Rika and the kid member of the Paladin 4 are, but hmm. And yeah, there's four battles going on. Liko versus Anne, another one of Dot versus Penny, Marnie versus Roy, and Alt versus Hassel. Yeah, some of them are kind of good, and some of them aren't really that good. Let's start with Anne and Liko. Liko's using Amruz, and Anne is using Samra, and before the battle actually begins, and it's just seeing Liko do a full four-step battle because he wants to see how she stacks up to Liko. If she's gonna be one of her allies, and Liko does agree. And yeah, it seems kind of one-sided at one point, at some points, since Samra does have a type advantage against Amarud. And then Liko decides to trust lights, and so it's surprising, I think, a lot of people. Yeah, there's still a bit of a type advantage with the Samurats, and Samurats Trestle uh, is Earth, and Amorous is Fire. I don't know why they didn't make a Psychic, but whatever. And when they do Terrestrials, they do go all out on it, and it seems pretty good. Amorous just uses Fire Spin to try to trap uh, uh, Samurott in it, but Summer you once again uses a horn drill, and first use that clears bug to confuse Summer where it is, but and to saw through that, and you end with a draw. So yeah, and Nico finally accepts Anne as one of the allies. I'm guessing she they want Anne to join because they're just worried that something bad might happen or it's her name might get besmirched like from rival actors as well. And they do kind of compare with the actors so but they're saying he couldn't really well doesn't say exactly that, but he couldn't really take the news they get bashed in the round wall. Well, attackers now speak why he didn't see a caller before since he said if he ever needs her help just to call her up. Mm. And with Roy versus Marnie, yeah, it's Lucario versus Pomot, and Roy does try to let Pomot start up its fighting spirit punch attack, where it's actually called. So he keeps using like close combat and Metal Claw, and at one point does use a flash cannon, but yeah, it doesn't really work. And eventually, Pomok does use his attack and wins. Like, yeah, he was good trying to delay Pomok from charging up, but like Marnie said, he was just using too much like aggression attacks against her. And yeah, I just wonder if it's gonna affect Lucario somewhat, since it gave a bit of a phase when Roy saying they're supposed to or they guess train more and not lose next time or something like that. And yeah, Larry's the referee for their match, and I do find it a little funny that Cap Pikachu was on his head while he's surveying everything. Ugh. Anyway, with Alton Hassel, it's Dragonite versus Bascalibur, and yeah, again, a bit one-sided since Alt can't really get a hit on Bascalibur as he's keep dodging. He keeps using like a Twister or a Dragon Dive, and even it's a hyper beam doesn't work, and Hassel is just spamming a Blizzard on Dragonite and eventually trapping it in the ice. And you give Roy some pointers after uh, he loses, and yeah, there's a hint of a Hassel probably knowing Roy's dad, since when Roy first brought out or Alt sorry, when Alt first brought out Dragonite, they seem the Dragonite and Hassel seem to recognize each other, and when he's saying that he likes Alt's a desire to get stronger and a drive of never giving up or something, and then Dappleton fall off from the tree. And yeah, the voice does give Alt is that he needs to know himself and his own Pokemon, and only by like connecting will they get any stronger. And yeah, also really get it. And yeah, with the last match, Dot and Penny. Dot uses Quaxwell, and Penny uses Vaporeon, a double water Pokemon battle. And I know is the referee. And yeah, it starts out a bit good with Quaxwell using his dancing moves to uh, dodge the attacks and able to get out of Vaporeon's whirlpool. When it tried to hit him with an uppercutter, it didn't do much since Vaporeon had the ability where it wore type attack to actually heal it rather than the get the HP down or damage or whatever. and he's spamming Muddy Water and don't know the events he knows that Quackfell is staying in one place and realize that he's trying to protect the Tinkatink and Goldingo. Penny uses that as her advantage and eventually wins. And yeah, Doctors call her out on a hitting and non-battling Pokemon, but Penny does apologize but does say that she only did it to show what the right Vault what the explorers might do, and yeah, and Dot realizes the what's going on, and just said thinking back to when or Quackfell was a Quaxley, and thinking that the dog's been holding her up and she won't be able to predict the other scenarios. So when everything's said and done, and the Orange Academy students go back to the Orange Academy, Dot says to everyone that she's gonna be in more of the support role. Yeah, Roy does try to speak out against it, but does says saying that she made up her mind and that the support role is just as important as being a trainer of the 18 Terror type Pokemon. Yeah, Alt doesn't really uh, isn't really bothered by it, but unpronounced every else I know is outside the door when everything's happening, and she's just a little. I think she's a little worried about that. Yeah, and yeah, I think it's a decent episode. Some, like I said, some decent battle. Like I do get why they had Roy lose to Marnie, but I think they could have made it a little bit close and still made him lost. But whatever. And it's the same thing with Dot and Old. I think Old still needs a lot more to learn and a lot more time to bond with Dragonite. And I do kind of like that they hint at Hassel might know Old's dad is pretty good at her if you actually feel that the also at some point. And yeah, and Dot does feeling a bit shaken after her battle with Penny. I can't understand since she's the type of like she's a strategist of the group and is just worried that if she doesn't see like every scenario that might cost either her Pokemon or Nico and Roy's or somebody else's Pokemon to get hurt or whatever. Um, but getting the support, let's go back to the support role. Is important, but maybe it's just her running from problems. So yeah, and yeah, I was wondering when the episode with the Black Rayquaza is gonna come. Is it gonna come in 2 weeks time, 3 weeks? May never know. And yeah, next time will be Dot and Iono's second battle, where Dot's trying to anticipate Iono's electric strategies. And and it seems like Quackfell might evolve into Quackquavel, but mm, how do I see? And yeah, I can't wait to hear what future episodes are gonna be coming up soon. Hmm. Or at some point. I don't know. And yeah, just all good moments in the episode. And yeah, just remember to like, subscribe, check out my community tab. Have another poll in there if you want to see or vote or even comment on that. I'd like to hear it. Yeah, so next time, I'm Sue. See you guys later.